Hey y'all, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about what to expect at your first Deka World Championships. So let's go. A lot of the stuff we'll be talking about today is aimed towards the 2025 World Champs, which will be held in Fort Lauderdale, Florida in this coming December. But a lot of the info in this video will be generic enough to apply to different World Championships, as long as Deka doesn't change any massive rules when it comes to that. So the three main areas we'll be looking at today is cost and travel, expectations for the event, and then things to do or things to keep in mind when you're at the event. First up is cost and travel. So when it comes to Deka World Champs, one thing you have to keep in mind and budget for throughout your race season is price. Obviously, whenever you're traveling to another location, you have travel costs, lodging, food, extra activities you want to do when you get to the area, because let's face it, Fort Lauderdale is near Orlando and everybody's going to be going to Disney and Universal afterwards. And even the race tickets can be expensive too. So Deka went up this year on their Deka race entry fees. So for the invites I got for this year, for the strong and the mile, these were the prices before checkout, before all the taxes and fees are included. So just the standard base ticket price. For the elite solo heats, they were $199 per ticket. For the elite team heats, that was $198 total, which was for 2 tickets, which would be $99 per ticket. For solo age group heats, that was $130 per ticket. And for team age group heats, that was $178 for the 2 tickets, which would have been $89 per ticket. But as far as the strong and the mile go, they were the same pricing across the elite, age group, solo, and team divisions. Plus you have photo packages. Because it's World Champs, you're gonna want that photo package. That's $30 with Sportograph this year, which my cost for 3 races that I'm racing this year are going to be $523, including the tax, including the fees, and photo packages. So across my 3 races, that's how much money I spent on tickets alone. So one thing we like to do is cut costs with team members, whether that's at your gym or a remote coaching team. If you can set up a Verbo with somebody, that can really help cut costs for lodging, or if you can share a rental car, or if one of you flies and one of you drives, that can really help save costs if somebody has a car already there. You know, whatever that situation is, if you can buddy up with a friend who's going or know somebody from another gym who's going, it can really help you save expenses when it comes to travel. And of course, all that's specific to the 2025 Deka season. So if anything changes, or if you want to find specific information for your specific year and season, you can look up Zendesk Deka World Championships with the appropriate year. And that should pull up the official Zendesk Deka page for you to look at, and that usually has the event schedule, that has the qualification and roll down process of invites. It also has a lot of different info on the prize money and different things with podiums and awards. So it's going to have a lot of that more specific information that the Deka website itself may not post there. So I'll link the 2025 season's Zendesk link down below. Otherwise, you can Google it for yourself. And I think it's important that we cover some expectations for the event here as well. So I know there's a lot of mixed feelings when it comes to Deka World Championships among the hybrid community and elite racers, and there's a lot of happy and sad feelings among those people. And let's go ahead and detail why. So this will be Deka's 4th official World Championship event. And while they host Deka Fits all over the country throughout the year, Deka World Championships is massive. It's a 3-day event that has so many more heats, lots of moving parts, and it's a lot more of a complex race than just a standard Deka Fit. So in the past few years, we have seen things like medal and t-shirt shortages, we've seen delayed prize money payouts, and we've also seen some pretty inconsistent judging here and there. So Deka has made itself a little track record that's not so great in some areas, but it's still a fairly young event. And every year it has improved as they come along. So I'm really hoping that this year will be even bigger and better than previous years, but that's yet to be seen. So we'll see. And I typically give Deka a lot of grace in these areas because I know I specifically love Deka's mission, their heart behind it, and I know the people who are running Deka have all of the best intentions in mind. Because at the core of it, Deka is not for the elite athletes. Yes, they offer a World Championship event, and that should be at World Championship standards, but the heart and mission behind Deka has always been for the average Joe. Deka was designed to get the average person off the couch and back into the gym so that they can have something to train for and something to make them feel athletic again. Their mission has always been to build a healthier world and not necessarily put the super fit on a pedestal. So that's personally why I love Deka and what sets it apart from other hybrid fitness races out there. So even though World Championships has kind of a interesting track record when it comes to the elites in the sport. I do really still believe in Deka, and I will still get behind them 100% in their endeavors with World Championships, because I do believe they're gonna improve. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. But again, the heart and the mission behind the race is there. It's just, we'll see if they can get their ducks in a row for this year's World Champs. But that's good to know if you're going into World Champs for your first time. Just know that there might be a couple bumps in the road. We'll just wait and see. And lastly, here's a few things that you need to know when you get to the event so that you won't be caught off guard like I was at my first Deka World Champs. First up, this is a 3-day long event. If you're there for all 3 days, know that you will be on your feet so much. You'll get thousands and thousands of steps. So making sure that you have a yoga mat or a camping chair to roll out or to set up to sit down on is going to be key. Having a schedule of all your friends' events so you know when you can spectate and when you can go back and sit down is going to be important too, because you don't want to be just standing and spectating the entire event for people you don't know. And yes, it's fun to get to know people and to cheer people on, but make sure you prioritize your recovery too, because if you're racing, that recovery is going to be important, especially when you're expending extra energy that you don't really need to be when you're spectating. I think the biggest thing that hit me though on my first Deka World Champs was how humbling the experience was. This is not your local athlete pool, okay? I was the top female at my gym, and I don't have a big ego a lot of times, but when I stepped into Deka World Champs, it was stunning how many amazing athletes were in one place at one time. I mean, I knew I was kind of good at Deka at the time, but when I saw the level of talent that was hitting the starting line every 15 minutes, it was crazy. So I think the experience was kind of equally stunning. Like, I was stunned, but I was also fairly intimidated by it too, because I wasn't used to that many amazing athletes in one spot. So if that's you and you get to World Champs and you're kind of like, holy cow, what did I walk into? You can choose two things. You can choose to be intimidated like I was, or you can choose to let that fuel you, and you can take that inspiration from how many people are crushing it out there. You can take that inspiration and use that as fuel to go and do your race. And that leads me to one extra tip here. It's stay in your lane, especially if you've only done a few local events. Maybe you've never raced against another lane of Deka equipment, or maybe you've only raced at your local gym. Whatever your experience is, maybe you've done World Champs before. It's still easy to accidentally be looking off to your neighbors and comparing yourself to other people you're racing against. And yes, it's a competition, so don't get me wrong, but you shouldn't let what they're doing affect what you're doing. So if you're on the row machine, keep your pace. Don't be looking over at your neighbor's pace and trying to match theirs. Your job is to run your race that you know how to do. So that's my biggest piece of advice, especially when you get out there and there's tons of lanes of equipment and there's lots of people passing you and running really fast. Don't let that overwhelm your system, and don't let that sabotage your race, because it's your race and everybody's race is going to look different. So keep those blinders on and you'll finish just fine. Baby G just started crying, so that just about wraps this up. I hope that helps you when you start prepping for your World Champs visit, and I hope it helps you anticipate what to expect when it comes to Deka World Champs. I've got 3 resources that can also help you in your hybrid endeavors. First off is my packing list, which is a freebie, so you'll never forget a race essential again. Second up is my download, Race Day Ready, which will help you track your stats, plan your race, and help you get ready for your next Deka race. And third, if you're ready to level up your training, my program Hybrid Strength is there to help you get ready for your next race or adventure. But now I've got to go get Baby G, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!